Old age is not just about wrinkles or silver hair. It's a precious time to slow down and cherish life's simplest moments. Yet not everyone finds happiness in these twilight years. Sometimes just a few seemingly harmless words can unintentionally create distance between us and our children. There are certain things that, if the elderly choose to keep to themselves, life can become much calmer, warmer, and more fulfilling. Among them, there are 3 especially important things that wise people never say to their children. So, what are those things? Let's find out together. Hi. As we step into the twilight of our lives, everything seems to slow down a little. We no longer rush the way we did when we were young, no longer race against time, or carry the heavy weight of expectations others placed on our shoulders. Old age is a special gift that life gives us. It's the time when we can breathe a little slower, look at things a little softer, and truly enjoy the simple, ordinary moments that turn out to be incredibly precious. And yet, strangely, not everyone feels happy when they grow old. Some people spend their days in quiet joy, enjoying a warm cup of tea in the morning, watching sunlight spill across the porch. But some feel heavy-hearted, lonely, and sad, even when their children are still around. We often think that happiness in old age depends on having caring children, a harmonious family, and financial security. But the truth is, much of that happiness comes from the way we ourselves choose to live, how we speak, act, and treat our children and this life. There are small, seemingly harmless things that, if we keep to ourselves or learn to express gently, can bring great peace to our later years. Among them, 3 things are especially important, something many older Westerners often remind each other of. Don't brag about money, don't complain about aging, and don't compare your children to anyone else. Don't brag about money, because happiness isn't in your wallet. They all worked hard for most of our lives, raising children, building a home, saving what we could for our later years. Some are fortunate to have a stable pension. Others have put aside enough savings to live without much worry. Some feel proud that they can take care of themselves without asking for help from their children. And that pride is absolutely valid. But as we grow older, we sometimes speak with an innocence and honesty that can bring unintended consequences. We might casually tell neighbors about our good pension or savings, or let our children know exactly how much we've put away for a rainy day. These little comments, harmless as they seem, can create quiet waves we never expected in many Western families. Older people prefer to keep their finances private. They don't reveal exactly how much they have to their children or neighbors, not because they're distant, but because they want to be loved for who they are, not for what's in their bank account. When children know their parents have money, it can unintentionally lead to jealousy, expectations, or even rivalry between siblings. Those small cracks can grow into deep fractures over time. Keeping our finances private isn't about being stingy or cold. It's about preserving peace for ourselves and for our family. When no one knows the details, no one feels left out or treated unfairly, and the children learn to take responsibility for their own lives. Rather than relying on their parents' savings, we should also learn to spend our money joyfully and wisely on things that make us feel alive. A little trip, a good meal, a hobby, a gift for ourselves. Leaving everything behind for the children isn't the only way to love them. They have their own lives to live. Our financial independence is a form of love too. It gives both sides, freedom and dignity. Money doesn't bind parents and children. What truly connects us is love, understanding, and respect. When we stop talking too much about money, we protect that bond. Don't complain about aging, because life still has beauty. One of the quickest ways to lose joy in old age is through constant complaining. I'm old now. I can't do anything anymore. I just live off my kids. With this health, who knows how long I'll last? These phrases might sound harmless, but repeated over time, they make us feel powerless, and they weigh down our children in many Western countries. Older people often stay active and independent as much as they can. They walk every morning, do light exercises, join community activities, meet friends. They take care of themselves, not because they fear being a burden, but because they believe this stage of life can still be meaningful and joyful. We can do that too. Instead of focusing on what's broken, let's notice what still works. Instead of talking about our aches and pains all day, we can take a gentle walk, breathe in fresh air, or enjoy a good book. It doesn't have to be big. Small steps matter. When children see their parents living with energy and purpose, they feel less pressure and more comfort. The house feels lighter. But when we complain too much, the air becomes heavy. It's not that they don't love us, it's that they don't always know how to ease our pain. We can't stop aging, but we can choose how to embrace it. A small shift in words can change how we feel about life. Instead of "I can't," we can say, "I'll try." Instead of "I'm too weak," we can say, "I'll do my best to stay strong." That shift matters. Don't compare your children, because everyone walks their own path. We love our children deeply, but out of love, we sometimes fall into the trap of comparing them to others. Other people's kids are so successful. My friend's son just bought a house. Look how well she takes care of her parents, unlike my child. These words can cut deep. In many Western families, parents try to respect their children as independent adults. They don't compare because they understand that each child has their own journey. Some are successful in their careers. Some choose a quiet, simple life. Some live nearby and check in often. Others live far away, but still care deeply. There is no single standard of what makes a good child. When we compare, we don't encourage, we wound. Our children may start to withdraw, speak less, or avoid us, not because they don't love us, but because they can't bear to feel not good enough. In our eyes, true happiness in old age isn't about how wealthy or accomplished our children become. It's about the warmth and peace we share with them. A child who isn't rich but loves us wholeheartedly is just as precious as any other. We need to learn to accept our children as they are, just as we were once imperfect too. Every generation lives differently. If we open our hearts, our bond with them can become softer, warmer, and stronger. Happiness in old age means keeping a little peace for ourselves. Old age isn't just about wrinkles and aches. It's also about choice. We can live in sadness, or we can live in quiet joy. Life will never be perfect, but we can choose how to see it. When we don't brag about money, we keep things simple and peaceful. When we don't complain, we stay connected to joy. When we don't compare, we protect love. These 3 little choices can make a world of difference. Spend time each day just for yourself. Brew a cup of tea. Walk around the neighborhood. Chat with a friend. Learn something new. These small moments build a rich, gentle, peaceful life. Our children love us not because of what we leave behind, but because of the love we've given. When we're at peace, they'll feel it too. We can't go back to our youth, but we can make this stage of life beautiful. A time without unnecessary words about money, without heavy complaints, without hurtful comparisons. Just love, understanding, and small everyday joys. So remember this. If we want to be truly happy in old age, let's not say these 3 things to our children. Don't brag about money, don't complain, and don't compare. Let the years ahead be calm, gentle, and filled with quiet happiness. This is where we wrap up our little journey today. If you found today's content meaningful, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe so I can have even more motivation to bring you deeper, warmer, and more heartfelt stories in the next videos. Thank you for listening and being here with me.